Mark had $47,000 in debt. Every month, his salary would disappear before the month ended. And the worst part? He thought he would stay drowning in debt for another 15 years. But one thing he discovered changed everything. And after just 2 years, the debt was completely gone. How did he do it? 2 years ago, Mark was making $3,250 a month as a government employee. He wasn't unemployed. He wasn't reckless. He wasn't living a luxury life. In fact, he had what most people would consider a stable life, a government job, a wife, 2 kids, a car, and a rented house. Yet he felt like he was sinking more and more over time. His debt was spread between a car loan, 2 credit cards, and a small personal loan. And like most months, his salary would come in, he would pay the bills, buy household needs, cover family expenses, and have about $200 left. But somehow, by the 25th of the month, the money would disappear. And every month, he would ask himself the same question: where does all my money go? So Mark tried the usual advice. He bought less coffee. He canceled some subscriptions. He started cooking at home more. The result? He saved about an extra $150 a month. Better than nothing. But there was a problem. At this rate, his debt would follow him for years, and the road seemed endless. One evening, feeling frustrated and tired, Mark sat in front of his computer with a simple goal. He didn't want to blame himself. He didn't want to feel guilty. He just wanted to understand. He opened his bank statements from the last 6 months and started reviewing every dollar that left his account. What he discovered was surprising. There were 4 leaks silently draining his money every month: credit card interest, subscriptions he barely used, random small purchases, and late payment fees. Each one alone didn't seem important, but together they were costing him nearly $300 a month. $300, money leaving his pocket without adding any real value to his life. In that moment, Mark realized something important. His biggest problem wasn't how much he earned. It was how much money was leaking from him without him noticing. So he decided to close these leaks. He canceled unnecessary subscriptions. He set up automatic bill payments. And he started watching the small purchases he made without thinking. Within a few weeks, he was keeping an extra $250 each month. Now he had about $450 instead of $200. This was real progress, but it wasn't enough. And that's when everything changed. One day, Mark noticed something strange. Friends, relatives, and even neighbors were constantly asking him for help with government paperwork, applications, forms, documents, official procedures, things that seemed complicated and exhausting to them. But for Mark, they were very simple. Sometimes he would solve in 10 minutes what took others hours to understand. And here he realized he had something valuable. Not money, not equipment, not a company, but knowledge. So he started offering a simple service in his free time, helping people get their government paperwork done correctly, explaining procedures, preparing documents, and guiding them through the application steps. No office, no employees, no investment, no special equipment, just the skills he already had. In the first month, he made an extra $150. In the second month, people started talking about him, so he made $300. By the third month, his extra income reached $500. And here things started to look different. He was saving about $250 from reducing waste and earning $500 from side work. That's $750 extra every month, nearly a quarter of his salary. Most people would have spent this money, but Mark didn't. Instead, he used it to attack his debt. He arranged all his debts from smallest to largest. Then he focused every extra dollar on his smallest debt, while continuing to pay the minimum on the rest. The first target was a $1,500 credit card debt. After just 3 months, that debt was completely gone. Gone. Then something interesting happened. Once that debt disappeared, the money that used to go toward it became available to pay off the next debt. Then the next. Then the next. The process started gaining more momentum. Each small victory made the next victory easier. Month after month, the numbers kept moving in the right direction. No miracle happened. He didn't win the lottery. He didn't get an inheritance. He didn't discover a secret investment. All he did was control his money better and create a simple income stream using knowledge he already had. And what happened next surprised even Mark himself. After just 2 years, the $47,000 debt was completely gone. Every dollar paid off. Today, Mark is still a government employee. He still makes roughly the same salary. He still has the same family responsibilities, but his life looks completely different because his money now works for him instead of controlling him. And here's the key. Most people think they need a huge salary increase to change their financial life, but that's not always true. Sometimes the solution starts with finding where the leaks are, then finding a skill or experience or knowledge you already have that can become an extra source of income. If you are struggling with debt right now, start with just one question. Where does your money go without adding real value to your life? You might be surprised by the answer. In the next video, I will share 5 practical ideas for extra income that government employees can start without much capital and without needing to quit their jobs. But before you go, write down your smallest debt. Just write the number, because that might be the first step toward getting rid of it forever. See you in the next video.